Hi, this is Kyle. I'm showing my face for the first time, and I just want to say that what's going on in the political world right now is just nonsense. I find myself unsubscribing from a lot of my favorite channels, including ASMR videos, which I'm a great fan of, because the political atmosphere has reached even the most relaxing, meditative, and supportive group that I've ever known. Unfortunately, these people have decided to self flagellate in the name of Black Lives Matter and Antifa bullshit. And it's time that I say something. I've been watching a lot of anxiety ridden videos about the riots, and I don't personally know anything because the narrative out there in the media is one that is simply biased. And it's hard to find any truthful media out there. Um, I've seen links where people have been talking about the recent death of a certain individual. I will name no names. And the supposed racism of the cops. I think that people have jumped to conclusions that are inaccurate and not at all fact based. And so I think that this, what is going on in the political atmosphere, to put it mildly, is politically driven, especially in an election year, especially with the COVID-19 lockdowns and everything. Um, but I find that a lot of white people are coming out and showing their support for a group of people that may not have their best interests at heart. I've seen videos of people self flagellating, of entire groups self flagellating and promising to do better and to, it's not necessarily like these people are stupid. They're not uneducated, they're not unaware. I think they know fully what they're doing. I think they know exactly what is going on here, and they are basically, how do I put it mildly? Um, they're willing to throw themselves in harm's way just to prove how woke they are. And unfortunately, I've seen, like I was saying, a lot of people who do relaxation videos, who do ASMR videos, who do meditation videos. I know that there are a lot of people on all political spectrums, all around the world, who do these kinds of videos. And sorry, my TV just went dim, so that was my source of light. Um, anyway, these people are, I think, trying to prove something. I think they're trying to prove that they are enlightened, that they are fundamentally good, that they are making the right decisions in their lives, and they are trying to support people who may have disadvantage, who may have bias. And I won't get into the source material for this because, again, I'm not an expert. I have my suspicions, but I don't want to really get into that. My main rant here is about the fact that a lot of people who are supposed to be doing one thing and they're doing another thing. I've had to unsubscribe some people that have been my go-to people for relaxation, for anti-anxiety treatments, for just getting to bed. I mean, I'm a chronic insomniac. Sorry, my cat's scratching over there. He's a cutie. But I just want to say that I'm just dismayed and disappointed in a lot of people who are just going out of their way to show their support for a group of people who think that rioting. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say committing acts of civil disobedience or demonstration. These people are kind of showing their support, and I don't think they should be supporting these people, because a lot of these people are linked with a known terrorist organization, Antifa, and I've not necessarily had the bad luck to directly encounter these people. I tend to be stuck at home because I'm a disabled person. But I did come from Seattle. I've been in the Phoenix area for about 6 months now. And, things in a red state are much different than things in a blue state. But Seattle seems to have capitulated to mob mentality here, and it's truly dismaying to me that I see reports of, as a certain YouTuber put it recently, a undocumented shoppers taking things that don't belong to them, clearing out shoe stores and various things. I would understand some of this thievery if these people were truly suffering and starving, but I've seen videos where they point out the fact that these people are walking away with hundreds of dollars of things in, say, toys, shoes, clothing. I was there in Seattle, in the Seattle area, during the WTO protests in 1999, and back then those things were considered huge, huge events. Today, it seems like those kinds of riots, civil unrests, let's say, happened on a regular basis. They do. Now, I'm not saying this simply because I'm white. I've done some of my genealogy over the past years. My father was very much studying genealogy because he's Mormon, and we have located very recent African American heritage in our family, as recently as 3 or 4 generations ago. So by the supposed one drop rule, I'm actually part African American. But I identify as white. I'm not going to self-flagellate. I'm not going to say that I'm proud to be white. We are what we are when we're born. We have no choice in the matter. So when people spout pride over things, I'm a homosexual too, so I'm not necessarily proud of that. It is what it is. That probably is going to get me in trouble with YouTube. I don't care. This is the first time I'm showing my face on YouTube. And so maybe I don't have really anything really to say about, like, current events. Maybe I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass. But really, I'm just, I just, I'm disappointed. The fact that a lot of people who I could count on for support in times of stress, in times of anxiety, in times of just general chaos. I mean, we all have our individual lives, and that chaos sometimes reaches into our lives despite our best interests. I've suffered from severe suicidal depression in the past. I've suffered from severe anxiety in the past. And I know what it's like to be anxious and to live in times that are just so uncertain and so unclear about the path forward. And I guess maybe I was just hoping that a lot of people would just calm down and maybe, I don't know, produce videos that, for the reason that I subscribe to them, for the ASMR, for the relaxation, the meditation, a way of escaping. In fact, a lot of these people have escape or something along that line in their description of themselves, and their descriptions of their videos and stuff like that. But I'm just so disappointed that I'm seeing a lot of people who are anxious to prove that they're not racist, to prove that they're woke, to prove their chops. And I'm disappointed enough to show my face finally and to start posting videos and to really talk about this kind of thing, finally. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think it's finally come to a head. I love my country, the United States. I don't want to leave it. But if it becomes the failed state that a lot of people are saying that it is, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. And I don't love the fact that people die for apparently no reason. I don't love the fact that people commit crimes and are killed by police officers. I don't relish racism at all. I don't like where things are going. And I think that a lot of people have the best of intentions, but that it's not necessarily coming out in ways that are productive. Because there are a lot of people that are like, show solidarity, raise the fist. And I'm just so disappointed that people feel the need to have to come out and say it. I think that when people say Black Lives Matter, of course they mean all lives matter. But I've also heard from the other side that when you say all lives matter, that it's something that is considered racist. I believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I don't believe in entitlement. I don't believe that wealth should earn you anything more than what you've earned in life. That people are responsible for themselves. Of course, that pegs me as a right-winger. But it's so disappointing to me that people feel the need to come out and say it. I think that all lives matter should be the default, but it's now in clown world it's considered racist to say so. And I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling now, but I feel like I had to say something finally, because I think that things are coming to a head now. And where we go from here is going to be the most important turning point in the United States history that we've ever seen. Um, I'm disappointed in a lot of people, and I'm sad that things had to come to this, and I never anticipated seeing times like this. We live in truly strange times, and I don't want there to be violence. I don't want there to be chaos. I don't want there to be racism. I don't want any of this. But then again, I don't want people to feel that they have to flagellate themselves, to beat themselves on the back and say, I'm sorry for being white. I mean, I'm seeing videos of people taking a knee because of their race. And I don't think that's right. And I'm so disappointed that there are a lot of people that just want to come out and flagellate themselves in public. And it's just not right the way that we're treating each other. I thought the internet age, the 21st century, was supposed to lead to something better, and it hasn't. I think things have gotten worse over time. And I weep. Inside, I just weep. And I think about, future generations that are going to inherit this world. And I got married last year, and my partner and I, my husband and I, are planning to adopt a child at some point. And I think about his future and what kind of world we're all leaving for him. And it's not a good world. It's not a good world. I want there to be a good world. And oh God, I've reached the point of blubbering, so I better cut this at this point. Well, this has been Kyle. I pray that things will get better. I hope for a better future for all of us. God bless you all, and I love you.